Hey, this is Sully for Anti-Social News Body Count Report for Wednesday, October the 25th, 2017, and I apologize for not having the visuals for you today, but I'm having some severe technical difficulties, so just going to have to read you the link list, and obviously description will be filled with all the links, so check out the description of this video for the full link list, also a link to the Discord, and my contact information. Also, I wanted to do a special upload. Hopefully I'll have this for you in the next couple days, where we found a whole bunch of memes on the new CNN ad campaign. So expect to see a video in the next couple days about my uncensored feelings towards CNN and Reddit. Spoiler: I don't like them. So Kenya is what I want to focus on at the start of the show today. There's elections going on in Kenya. A lot of political back and forth. A lot of extrajudicial killings or killings under weird circumstances since August the 8th this year. To see the overview, check the link list. I have 3 links from verified sources and 1 from heraldextra.com, an unverified web address here. So check that out. Read up on the Kenya situation. I don't know if they really get into the NASA movement, but there's some interesting stuff going on there. A lot of political intrigue, a lot of big protests in the streets, and the election might show to be more of a human rights crisis than we're seeing at the moment. India. This story jumped out at me from India, Times of India. It's the 3rd starvation death alleged in Jharkhand in a month. And reading the story, it's just disturbing, the thought of there being such an awareness to starvation. To read it just in English, describing a family not having food and then starving and family members dying is jarring. Read that article, link in the description, and try to understand the concept of starvation, because it's so foreign to my fat ass. It's shocking. And then keep in mind that there is a genocide level situation going on around the world, affecting 20 million people with man-made famine. So keep that in mind while you're reading the story, that this is in India. There's man-made famines affecting tens of millions of people in Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. Moving on to Philippines, there's a broadcaster killed in Surigao ambush. And of course, I jump at these stories because these are attacks on the free press. Important thing to pay attention to. And the last link of the day is Myanmar. So check out the follow-up on Myanmar, where Bangladesh is telling Myanmar to halt the flow of the Rohingya, which is an interesting. The Bangladeshi perspective is something that isn't really being discussed. A lot of people are just giving the Rohingya perspective and ignoring the Bangladeshi perspective. And yeah, as I pointed out, I'm the only place where you can come and find the Rohingya and Myanmar perspectives, because no one's talking about that. But the other side that's being ignored is the Bangladeshi perspective, which is, holy crap, there's a lot of essentially illegal immigrants just flowing over our border, and we're expected to take care of all of them. So Cox's Bazar is stuffed full of people, and Bangladesh is saying no more. And this is kind of a weird situation because Myanmar has already been attempting to reach out to the people, or making public statements to that effect, saying, come back, we're not pushing you out, we want to help people who have been displaced by the conflict between Myanmar and the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army. But there is a cultural barrier, there is a language, apparently a dialectic language barrier, and there is fear-mongering on behalf of the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army to the people. The fear-mongering campaign is very similar to what we've seen in Israel and Palestine conflict, where Hamas will say that Israel is going to murder the people and all this, and similarly, we're seeing a situation there where these people think that Myanmar is just going to wholesale murder them, and that's why they have to flee and run out of there, even though all eyes are on Myanmar. The UN is looking at Myanmar, everyone's looking at Myanmar, making sure Myanmar is not going to do anything wrong, and so these people are being scared by the and a lot of people don't want to say this, but the terrorist organization ARSA, the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army, they're being fear-mongering and fear instilled by the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army against Myanmar, making the Rohingya people afraid of Myanmar, and encouraging them to continue fleeing, basically garnering further support for ARSA and the cause against Myanmar, which is appearing to be mostly wrapped up. Also, the more we talk about the Rohingya people as the victims, the more we're not going to be talking about the mass graves full of Rohingya Hindus. As long as in the public eye, the Rohingya Muslims appear to be the victim, the public scorn will never be turned towards the fact that there was perpetrated by ARSA what appears to be a genocide of a super minority of Rohingya Hindus. So, disturbing situation. Hindus are a smaller minority on the planet, so if you look at some unverified Hindu sources, there were a lot of people crying out saying, take it to those monsters, but there's more people saying Myanmar is bad and needs to stop all their actions and take all the refugees back in. So this is a very complex situation. Check out the link, the follow-up. Also look at previous body count reports that have the Myanmar flag in them, so you can see some of what led up to this situation. With that, I'm going to end the episode. As I said, check out previous body count report link list. I'm going to try to get my brother to see if he can clean up my computer. I'm sure I have all the spyware and viruses from all my unverified web pages that I go to for news around the world. It is ironic because everyone always says, "Oh, it's porn sites." No, it's news sites. News sites are the worst for invasive code, and it's kind of ironic. I will try to do another body count report where I put up the ad blocker count to show the body count of ads blocked while I'm searching the sites. Last time we did it, Baltimore Sun had the most ads blocked, and that was, I mean, I went to Russian Times and all sorts of web, Al Jazeera and places all around the world, and Baltimore Sun from right here in the U.S. had the most ads blocked. So with that lighter note, I'm going to end this. Check the link list in the description below, and like, comment, subscribe.